Hi, how y'all doing? It is Tuesday, March 10th, around 2 p.m., a little bit after, as of recording this particular video. I have been on the phone all day. I did not go to my eye appointment yesterday. I had to reschedule it because my eye appointment yesterday was at 11 and it was raining cats and dogs. I am not ordinarily one to be bothered by the rain. I like playing in the rain just as much as any other kid. I even enjoy driving in the rain, but I cannot drive currently, and I cannot get my foot soaked. I cannot do that at all. I still have an open wound. My mom's still trying to get over this flu, bug, whatever it is. I think it's trying to get me again. God. I didn't want her out in it. I didn't want to risk soaking my foot and causing an infection. So I rescheduled my injections. Did not particularly want to do that. It's going to take more time for my eyes to progress, but it was very necessary. So instead of getting my injections yesterday, it will be not this coming Friday, but the following Friday that I go get my injections. Always something. I may have had one break. I don't know yet, and I don't want to go too much into detail on it until I'm sure, because I don't want it to be one of those things that I talk about and then that spoils, whatever cosmic mojo is on my side. But I found a program that may help me with the mortgage. Not anything spectacular, but due to my health, the fact that I've been on SSDI for so long, the fact that I am legally blind and technically, partially physically handicapped, currently unable to work. This program may help me to bring the mortgage current and to reduce the interest on my mortgage. Maybe also to help reduce the escrow sum. I don't know for sure. I don't know because it's like a program that helps you find other programs. It's a federal thing that, I got it in the mail because I draw SSDI. Got a pamphlet in the mail about it, that I could potentially qualify for these programs because of A, B, and C. So I called them and like I said, I don't yet know what, if anything, help I can get through this program. We had a three-way phone conversation today between the young lady that is my liaison with this program and my lender. And we're gathering up information, and I have a phone appointment tomorrow with a underwriter that works between my lender and this federal program. We're going to go over my situation, my expenses, my income, and we're going to see what, if any, programs they have that I may qualify for to basically just reduce my monthly payments a little bit. I don't know how much I can get this reduced. Right now, anything would be a help. It's not going to mean that I'll be able to do away with the GoFundMe campaign. Unfortunately, I will still need that until I can get to a point where I can get a job. Not that I'm depending on GoFundMe, you know. Donations have really, you know, petered out in the last several months. And, you know, I understand that. But whatever help I can bring in is still going to be needed for now. But like in my recap videos, I said that, you know, I really kind of quick need $3,000-4,000 to get current on my mortgage and help with my eyes. This may make it to where I don't immediately need that kind of help. You know, whatever comes in is great, but this may make it to where I can, at the very least, go back to paying, you know, my bills and living by the skin of my teeth. And, you know, that'll be something. That'll be, you know, take the worry of impending foreclosure off my shoulders. Because for my situation, you know, between my health and everything else that's going on, and the support system that I do not have, if I lose this house, I'm going to end up homeless. And that will definitely be the beginning of the ultimate end for me, because I just won't be able to keep going. I've said before that, you know, I have my parents and, you know, my one good friend that would be willing to put me up, but my parents would not be able to. And you know, I could catch a couch at my one good friend's house, but he lives so far away from my doctors, and, you know, he couldn't stop his life to help me adjust to doctors out where he lives. You know, I can't do that. If I lose this house, I will be homeless. And that will pretty much be it. Especially since I can't drive, you know. My best case scenario, if I end up homeless, I live in the back of my pickup truck. Right now, I can't even do that because I can't drive it. And I would be relegated to, you know, parking lot hopping. And finding a quiet back road, pull off on, on the woods every now and then to sleep. That would be the best case scenario. And I am not healthy enough to live homeless any other way. So I cannot lose this house. God. Like I said, I don't know how. I don't know what to expect. I don't know how much I could potentially get my mortgage payment reduced to, or even if I can. If I can, I don't know how much it would be. If I could get it back down to like $1,700 a month, that would still be very difficult with the co-pays I'm having to absorb for my eyes and my Part B. When I get my eyes back and get my foot stable, I may have to let go of the Part B. I may not have a choice. If I could get my monthly mortgage payment down to like, $1,500 a month, that would be fantastic. I could do that. I could pay that and, absorb these other costs. And I know, especially for a lot of people that have mortgages now, they're like, are like $1,500 a month. What world does that happen in? Because I'm right now paying $1,800 a month, a little over $1,800 a month, and that's really cheap for a mortgage payment, especially here in Florida. And the only reason I'm paying that is because I secured the loan on my house, and the percentage, the fixed interest percentage back in 2022, and so it's at like 5.6. I still think that's, unnecessarily high, but that's me. And I know that the interest rates right now are somewhere like in the high sevens. Mine is, lower than what it would be if I went to get a mortgage today. If I, tried to get a mortgage now on this same property, my minimum payment would probably be, north of $3,000 a month. The problem is I'm living on SSDI, and they pay you enough to exist, not really enough to live. I can't work, so even though I currently have a cheaper mortgage payment than what a lot of people would if they went to get a mortgage today, it's still, especially because escrow went up, it's still getting beyond my ability. And the, interest, even with the interest rate that I'm paying, the vast majority of my monthly payment goes to interest. I would love to be paying it down, be making a greater payment than the minimum payment, but I just can't afford to do that. I can't. I don't. That's not an option for me right now. Hopefully, one day in the not too distant future, I will be able to do it. but not on SSDI. Um, and, you know, having to take care of, the rest of my living expenses, I've been able to do that. But now having to absorb Part B and having to absorb all of these co-pays, um, especially where my eyes are concerned, and that's not something that I can afford to let go. I have to do this. Um, you know, um, if I don't get my eyes fixed, I am FUBAR. Um, and for those of you that don't know what that is, it's very bad. Uh, you can imagine it. So I desperately need to make something break, and the easiest and best thing is to get the mortgage down some. If I could get my monthly mortgage payment down to like $1,500 a month, I would be able to make it. I would still need, the GoFundMe where I could get it. Like I said, I don't depend on it, when it comes. Man, this is great. This helps. I do what I can when it doesn't. My mom is still working on sharing it around to different philanthropic foundations and whatnot. It's very difficult for me to do it because I cannot see black letters against a white background. And unfortunately, I can't adjust the internet to my needs. I've been able to do that with most of like the in-house apps on my phone. I've been able to do that with YouTube, but the internet at large is mostly a white background or light colored background with black lettering, and I can't read it. I can't see it, so I can't do a whole lot of online discourse unless it's through an app that I have setting controls of. My mom's doing that. We've had no real luck there yet, but I'm still hoping. And if we don't, and I can just make this work and just continue to eke it out until I can get a part-time job, that's what I'll do too. I'm not, like I said, I always say this, I am not looking for anybody to pay my way. I'm not looking for a handout. I don't want a handout. I could really use a hand up, and when it comes, I'll take it. But I'm not trying to use anybody. I'm not trying to have anybody else, pay my way. I could be, for example, I could be, good friends with Elon Musk, and he could say, Joe, let me just go ahead and pay the mortgage off for you. I would say no. I would say, I don't want that. Maybe if you could help me get it current and help me pay it until I can go back to work, that I would accept that. But I don't want somebody to pay my way. I don't want somebody to do that. I need some help, and if that help comes in the form of me being able to reduce my mortgage payment a little bit, $200-300, that would be great. that is good. Like I said, I will still, I'm still gonna work on the GoFundMe, because until I can, you know, substitute what I have with a job, um, I'm still going to be running really tight. I'm still going to be, do I pay this or do I pay that? But um, I'm hopeful, you know, and that's that's the best we can be, is hopeful. We do what we can, and you know, sometimes we just have to hope. There's this mantra that I always followed. I went to a thrift store many, 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 many years ago, probably like 10 years ago now. And I was looking, nothing in particular, I go to thrift stores a lot to get tools, different stuff. I grew up going to thrift stores. If I had, a couple $100 million in the bank, I would still shop at thrift stores. I love thrift stores. I don't hoard from thrift stores, but I would still shop at thrift stores. That's just me. I'm thrifty. And there's one thrift store I go to. I look at all kinds of stuff, but mainly tools, stuff like that. And they have tools and like knickknacks and home goods in all kind of close together. And it's this one big thrift store I go to here in St. Augustine. I used to. I haven't been there in ages. Long since before I even went into the hospital. And I found this really nice, little decorative wall hanging with this mantra on it. And it really spoke to me. I was fighting through life, and so I hung it next to my desk. I bought it, I hung it next to my desk. It was like 50 cents, and I can't read it now. It might as well be Sanskrit now, but I remember it, and I live my life by it. I can't say exactly how it goes, but it's something like yesterday is a dream, and tomorrow is a vision. But a life well lived will make every yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope. And that really spoke to me, Unfortunately, especially in recent years, most of my yesterdays are not dreams of happiness. Quite the contrary, in fact. But I still hold on to that vision of hope. And a lot of my yesterdays and the reasons that they are not dreams of happiness are beyond my control. Cancer, losing my wife. I did what I could to keep her. It wasn't enough for her. I tried. I just wasn't good enough, I guess. But I always hold on to that, tomorrow is a vision of hope. My son and I have even taken to calling this house Hope's Keep, because it is a symbol my hope for tomorrow. And I hold on to that, you know. One of my favorite songs, my favorite Huey Lewis song, one of my favorite songs bar none, is Jacob's Ladder. And I try to live my life by that, you know. Step by step, rung by rung, higher and higher. All I want from tomorrow is to get it better than today. That's all. I just want to make it better than today. So, do me a favor, cross your fingers for me. If you don't mind, whoever you pray to, if you pray, you know, send some up. And maybe tomorrow will be better than today. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I'm about to the end of my time here. Hope you all had a great weekend, and I'll get another video up talking about Joey's soccer game and his Pinewood Derby race we did this weekend. Thank you all so much. Have a good one. Bye-bye.